getting a bit out of hand. And this is where you have to start intentionally. Actually, the life by design kind of analogy comes in. Now, where a lot of people get stuck is the 0 to 10K like grind phase. You wear all the hats, you're content creator, salesperson, VA, admin, whatever. Like, everyone's been through it, and that's respectfully kind of like the eat shit phase. And getting out of that phase is the most important thing you need to do as quickly as possible, because once you get out of there, it's easier. It's almost a bit like airplanes when they take off, right? The reason they fly at higher altitude is because the air is thinner, so they can go faster. It's kind of similar from a business perspective. For you to get out of that position, you're just going to have to be like a war of attrition to get through it as quickly as possible. I see Giacomo nodding because you're one of the best examples of that, and I know you'll be a good one to kind of speak about that. I'm actually going to give you an example. So you went from 0 to like $63,000 a month in like 4 or 5 months. Okay, I undershot him. $66,000 a month, pretty much on your own in like 4 or 5 months. So like that's escape velocity out of this phase. You want to get out of that as quickly as possible, because that's where business isn't particularly fun. Second part, this is where probably the most people in this room are probably stuck, is the foundational phase of building teams, systems. You've got a couple of team members, and people are like, oh, I don't like having a team. It's like, well, would you rather do everything yourself? Would you rather teach other people to do it? And I can't explain the best way to do this. So the biggest challenges people have when it comes to building a team, you don't know where to find good people. You don't know what good looks like. And thirdly, you do zero training, and then you wonder why these people don't perform very well. Common sense. And the best way to train new team members is the 3Ds, is a very simple framework, which essentially is do, document, and then delegate. So whatever you are doing in your business that you want to get someone else to do, you can do this. You went from the 0 to 10K phase, where you like the proverbial eat shit, where you have to do all the hard stuff. You just put on Loom, show someone how you did it, and now with AI, you could just run that through AI with a Loom video and be like, make me an SOP of exactly how I did this coaching check-in, give it to the new hire. Pretty simple. So do, document, delegate. A great example for this when it comes to sales training for closers or setters is if you take your own sales calls or DM conversations and actually just clip sections out of them. And you can basically make like a training library to handle any kind of specific challenge or objection or anything you want to teach anyone. The job is that you can try and make the training onboarding process as automated without you having to handhold people through. That's a huge, huge asset you can start to building your business. Now, what we do internally in our own businesses is we host all our video trainings in an internal version of School, where we have everything in there with like videos, SOPs, and we also do the same thing in terms of Notions, and we do this by department. So we've got everything kind of templated out, so anyone who joins, it's very simple, it's very straightforward, and that gives us the ability to say, for example, if we look at a sales or lead generation perspective, we can ramp people up very, very quickly, because who here wants to scale their business really quickly? Probably everyone, right? Okay, so one of the easiest ways to do this is more manpower. So if you can bring in more people and get the ecosystem to work, which we can talk about with paid ads, you've essentially got horsepower manpower you can just kind of put out there, which is essentially what we want to do. Now, a huge question is the best place to find talent. The easiest one is actually posting on your own social media. It costs nothing. It's the easiest thing in the world. So why does this work? One is that the people who are on your social media, they probably like you, which is why they follow you. It kind of helps. So if they're bought into you, the brand, the vision. One caveat I would say from that is you want to be careful in terms of how you describe job roles. I wouldn't put like I'm hiring sales closers for a fitness offer. I'd be like, I'm looking for someone with great communication skills, customer service, and then push them into kind of like a sales role and tell them what the thing is. But posting your own social media is the easiest place to find warm people who know you. Actually, to go back on that, the second reason why people also need to build a brand is the bigger your brand gets, the easier it is also to hire, because people will want to come and work for you. And then you also have credibility that people will literally just DM you all the time in terms of like, oh, can I come work for you? Can I do X for free? Whatever. The quality of people's applications, the easiest way to filter those in terms of what we do is we get people to, basically it's like a hiring VSL, and we get people to submit an application with a Loom video on it. Now, we can tell without even looking at the Loom video if this person is probably good or not from the background of the video and like how it's kind of shot. So sometimes we won't even watch them. But that is a really easy way to kind of filter out poor people. If you also want to know the quickest way to filter out people who are really, really bad is when they ask, what is Loom? Or they can't get it to work. It's like you failed the application process, so just ignore. Second thing, Upwork. This is a platform that's massively underutilized. We've hired a lot of team members from here who've actually worked for us for maybe 3 years, who came from Upwork originally. We have a fair few people who come from Eastern Europe who've done well from there. And the fourth thing we've started doing very heavily recently, which has saved a huge amount of time and resources, is using placement agencies who will give us trained and ready to go staff. We just basically kind of buy in. Because if you can get a quality salesperson, setter, editor, whatever, that can literally plug and play to your business, that's like, there's no ramp up time. It's like supercharged. So that's a huge hack in terms of collapsing time. And for anyone here in terms of scaling their business faster, that's essentially what we want to be doing consistently, is how can we collapse time to move quicker. And the biggest hack to get the type of talent you want is also this, is do an ocean personality test pre-interview. So this is a test where you'll get a reply like this, which is basically a breakdown of any individual's personality. So like, how extroverted are they, emotionally stable, agreeable, conscientiousness, and like their intellect. So you can tell a lot about someone's personality and for the job role in terms of what you want. So hiring people and hiring the wrong people can set you back a lot of time. So this is where you kind of, the analogy of like hire slow, fire fast comes in, is like if you get anything that's kind of a bad vibe at the beginning, just sack them off, it's definitely not worth it. But this is a really good thing I would also do with people internally currently in your business, because you'll get a better understanding specifically about how to manage certain team members or if someone is potentially in the wrong role.
If you enjoyed this clip and you're a business owner, content creator, or coach, and you want help in terms of exactly how to scale your business to the next level using ads, AI, VSLs, setters, and building teams that basically monetize your business and monetize your knowledge, but without you having to press all the buttons, it's never been easier than before. What we can do is we can walk through the whole process in terms of how we're doing this over and over and over again with content creators, with business owners. If you hit the link at the bottom of this video, you can book a call with us and the team. We can audit your whole business, show you where the bottlenecks are, and show you exactly how we can scale. And if we think you're a good fit to work with us, we can show you what that looks like too.